Okay, today we're talking with Steven Reznek. He's director of language school in Hastings. And thank you very much, Steven, for your time.
Nice being here.
March 2020 was a drastic moment in our business, and a year has passed since then, and a lot of changes occurred. The first question, therefore, is how big was the impact of the pandemic to your business?
Well, in terms of revenue, the impact was significant. So pretty much we lost 100% of the business for the 2020 year. However, we consider ourselves a little bit lucky in that respect because we have a big winter camp in January. And that one was actually running because it was before the whole thing kicked off. And we had a quite large spring camp in March, which actually started a week before the pandemic. So we managed to pull through that, but that one was a tough one. But on the whole, from March, we lost all the business for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. And it's quite likely that 2021 will be the same as well.
So especially in the tourism sector, many clients had to cancel the language trips. What did you do to survive?
Well, basically, we are in a lucky situation, if we can call it that. Well, actually, no, we can call it that because our business model is a little bit different from other language schools. So basically, when you have a building that you have to maintain and you have to keep paying the costs of electricity just to keep the lights on, basically, in comparison to them, we rent our premises on a as we need basis. So basically, we are inside of a college in Hastings, and we rent the classrooms when we need them. So that's why our overheads are much lower than language schools who've got their own property, which they manage themselves. Okay. Because that costs insurance, electricity, keeping on the water, everything. That alone is probably about a 30, 40, 50,000 pounds cost if you've got a reasonable size school.
Sure.
Plus the rent, of course. But the rent could be negotiable, so I'm not even counting that. But even not counting the rent, it's tens of thousands of pounds.
Did you get like financial support from your country?
Yeah, the UK government actually offered quite many grants. Mm-hmm. So there were probably about 3 or 4 grants over the past year or so. That one was for businesses that was affected directly by the pandemic. And also since last March, the UK government is paying the salary of the employees. So from, I can't remember exactly, but around from March till last June, July, the UK government was paying about paying 100% of the salaries, including taxes. And since that, it's 80% of the salaries that the UK government is paying for staff that don't have a work at the moment, but they will be able to work once the pandemic is over. Okay. So that's quite a big support, to be really honest.
Okay. So in the past, where did you get most of your students before? So like agencies or your website or recommendations?
I would say 60 to 70% agencies. Mm-hmm. Let's say 70% agencies, 20% direct enrollment, a school arranges a trip or things like that. And the remaining percentage, which is I think about 20, is either recommendation or individual students directly on our website. Mm-hmm. Mostly we've got our clients in terms of agencies through places like ISEF and these sort of seminars.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And in Spain, you have also big agencies, for example, or?
We work with smaller agencies, to be honest. We prefer to work with small, middle-sized agencies because in the past, when I was involved in another language school, they got into a situation where they worked with one big agency who filled up their school. And when that agent gets into trouble, their business is in trouble as well. So I mainly prefer working with small or middle-sized agencies and it doesn't have that big of an effect on the business if one agency, like in current times, gets into difficulty.
Yeah, we had one in Austria too, which just was blown away. A big agency, and
big agencies with big deposits last year really got into trouble.
Yeah. Now I'm also want to ask you about Erasmus Plus projects. Did you have any projects in the past?
Not really. We never really did Erasmus in the past. We did work experience, but we never really got into Erasmus because that's not really our specialty.
Yeah, you have, for example, you have 3 schools. You have one school in Hastings, one in Perth, and one in Hungary.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a big difference in these countries, like financial support? So you said you are renting your buildings. So is it the same structure in every country?
Yeah, it is the same structure in every single country. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we replicated the original Hastings model in Australia and then in Budapest.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so final questions. What are the perspectives for 2021, 2022?
2021 is really been it. That's the short answer. I wouldn't even start talking about it. The only thing that really we can do in 2021 is picking up the phone and start talking with clients to see how and where they are standing. But because of the vaccination process, and it's different in every single country across the globe, 2021 is not going to be the year when things will turn around. Yeah. I don't expect it, especially in terms of the group travel, which is our main part of the business. 2020, honestly, I would think it will need at least 2 years to get back to some sort of similar numbers that we had in 2019. So what I'm expecting is from 2022 to be a bit busier, which is not really difficult from 2020 and 2021. And by the end of 2023 to reach probably about 80% of the business that we had in 2019. And from 24, maybe back on the same level. But I really hope I will be pleasantly surprised, obviously. But this is what I can forecast from my, brain, basically.
Okay, perfect. So thank you for your interview. Thank you for your time. And we wish you from School Sensations all the best and hope to see you soon again.
Yeah, indeed. I wish you the same. And also, it's about Easter time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happy holidays as well.
You too. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.